Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we are currently still working on achieving our first orbit. We were a little bit short on the periapsis because I started my burn slightly late, but our apoapsis is plenty high. So we're just waiting until we go around. The apoapsis will drop a little bit as we pass through the atmosphere here, but not a huge amount, realistically. Now, I did restart the game in between episodes, and so far, turning off the pop-up window command line argument appears to have helped. That said, it was working perfectly fine as it was in space, so maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But for right now, we're going to keep pointing prograde. I mean, maybe we want to be retrograde, because that's going to be the direction we're going to want to be facing when we go around. Yeah, let's do it. We'll just sit right here. Oh, I forgot to change the chutes. I'm going to do that right now. There we go. Now we're going to have to do that in the VAB as well, but it's fine. While we're waiting, we did get some milestones. We've broken an altitude record of 70 kilometers. We've reached space. And we also escaped the atmosphere, but we're also going to orbit Kerbin this time. Okay, so as we can see, the periapsis is currently dropping, and that's honestly a good thing. We kind of want the periapsis to drop even. And I actually got the inclination really close here. Looks like we are a bit inclined this direction. So we're a bit looking at Kerbin. It would appear that we're clockwise inclined a little bit, if that makes any sense. That's just something I made up. It's not actually a term. But we are slightly inclined. Well, I'm going to go ahead and physics warp here because I don't think we're going to have any issues going through the atmosphere here, and we just need to be able to physics warp up to the apoapsis. Or rather, out of the atmosphere. The apoapsis did drop about 10 kilometers. I'm okay with that. And it's still dropping. 15 kilometers. We should be getting back in... Oh, we're still quite low. Okay. I was going to say we should be getting back into space soon, but we will be very soon now. Right now, we're back in space. Okay, what's our final apoapsis? 158? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and time warp around to around here-ish. We don't have maneuver nodes yet, so that's going to be a thing. Okay, and then we're just going to burn basically at the apoapsis and prograde, which we're already facing. We have plenty of delta V, theoretically. I'm not going to raise it over 70, I think. Okay, there we go. We still have plenty of delta V. We'll brake at the periapsis, though. Wait for it to register that we were in orbit. Fantastic. Okay. Let's head to the periapsis. And once we are there, we will be going back into the atmosphere, ASAP. We'll go down to about 20, maybe 10 kilometers for the periapsis from right here. Okay, so let's burn right now. What are we at? 75 kilometers? Okay, that should be good enough. And look at that! We've still got a lot of fuel left. I say a lot. We've got a fair amount of fuel left. Okay, let's go ahead and time warp until we're in Atmo, which will be now. And then face retrograde. And we've got a little fuel left, so we can do a re-entry burn. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do one right now. Bleed off a little bit of this horizontal speed. Okay, stage 2 is out. So we will jettison that. And make sure our heat shield is facing retrograde. And I'm just keeping an eye on the recording speed here, and so far, it remains a solid 60 FPS. So that's a good sign, theoretically. Anyway. At least, hopefully, it will remain as we get closer to the ground. But let's make sure we're still facing retrograde. We're not going down very fast, even with the re-entry burn. Interestingly, it looks like we will be. We might have burned too much horizontal speed off. Well, we'll see. We will be entering the thicker part of the atmosphere and really start bleeding speed soon. And Jeb's happy about it, which is always a good sign. When Jeb is happy, Mission Control is not happy. Okay, here comes atmospheric effects. Quick, Jeb, EVA. No, we can't even EVA, but that would also kill Jeb instantly. Which isn't necessarily what I'm looking to do. And hey, we're finally slowing down. We need to slow down a lot faster, though. We're at 40 kilometers above the surface. Impact time is relatively soon. We're having a hard time holding retrograde attitude. Okay, there we go. No, you don't. Retrograde attitude. Ah! Lost attitude. That's real bad, actually. Come on, get... Oof. Yup. It's because we lost attitude. We're okay, though. Jeb is alive. And the experiment storage unit is where we had most of our data, if not all of our data. I'm not sure if I collected it all. But we're actually fine. Barely. I'm sad that we couldn't hold attitude, though. That is going to cost us some money. But in the long run, it's not so bad. Okay, and chutes are out, and let's time warp down to the surface. Are we going to land in the water or on land? Looks like we're going to land in the water. Okay, sounds good. It was kind of amazing how quickly we lost speed once we lost the Science Junior and Experiment Storage modules. And I don't know when the last time we collected was. Regardless, that was pretty much all my fault. I will happily take the blame. Jeb didn't die, though. That's the important thing. Man, this mini parachutes is really designed for a heavier capsule than this. Takes a while to drop like this. However, things that are not really dropping is the recording frame rate. So that's good, I guess. We can have good news on something. Okay, we'll crew report. Go ahead and EVA as well. Get as much science out of that debacle as we can. And we can go ahead and board back in and recover that. So how much do we actually get? It should be a fair amount, because that was our first orbital flight anyway. I wish Jeb was able to hold retrograde. That would sure be nice, but he doesn't have the experience for that yet. And we got 72.7 science, and we got a lot of money. So I'm going to go ahead and call that a success. Space exploration? I don't know that it's super worthwhile right now. We could get fuel systems. Let's see, where do they hide the T-800 tanks now? That's here in fuel systems. We're going to grab that. Excellent. We also return to the surface from orbit. Okay, so what do we want to do? We can explore the moon, and that's something we're going to need to do. So that's just a moon flyby. We'll accept that. What else do we need? Test in flight. Test a flea at the launch site. We can do that. Yeah, let's go. We'll test a flea at the launch site real quick. So let's go ahead and open the flea. And then we'll put a flea on the flea. Because, you know, that makes sense. Let's see here. Where is it? It would be under engines. Flea. I'm just going to attach it on the side here. We'll take off all the fuel. And let's launch this. Assuming it goes. There we go. Run test. Contract complete. Free money. Thank you. I will happily take free money. Okay, what else do we have here? Focus temperature studies. A lot of focus temperature studies. Test a Rovemax Model S2 at the launch site? I can do that. That's more free money. Let's go. So that was the Rovemax Mark II, or Model S2. I'm sure this is what they meant when they wanted it tested. What could possibly go wrong? And let's run test. Easy. Recover vessel. Free money. And a free science, too. It's always nice. Okay, what else do we have? Looks like a whole lot of T-25 decoupler at the launch site. Hey, look, free money. I guess we'll take that. Do we already have a T-25 decoupler on this? Is this one here? Hang on, where's that decoupler at? That is this guy. That's a TD-12. Okay, so we specifically would need this decoupler. Let's just stick it on the bottom. Oh, right. We need to take this part off. That is just fine. And I need to remember to fix the parachutes before we go any further as well. So next time we're in the VAB, I need to fix those parachutes. Okay, this is going to be awkward. I didn't think this through. I thought it was going to be a run test, not a decouple. SAS on. Okay. It didn't have enough power to really do anything. Wait, we didn't get credit? Why didn't we get credit for that? I'm a little bit confused. It survived a flight. Yeah, that seems legit. That was definitely a flight. So, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. Okay. So we actually have to stage it rather than manually decoupling it. So it's literally just the same thing, except I just hit space instead of decouple. Presumably. There we go. That worked. Free money, recover vessel. Now, I'm not sure if we lost money on the decoupler there, but we might have. At any rate, I do want to fix that parachute really fast here. So we want the drogue chutes to be in this stage. And save. Excellent. Okay, let's get rid of this guy here and save that. And at this point, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to be continuing our pursuit of science in order to get tech that allows us to get to Minmus and start building a spaceport. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.